Ash falling from the sky, beaches turning black, holidaymakers fleeing through smoke instead of sunshine. France is fighting its biggest wildfire disaster in decades. Entire towns being emptied, forests vanishing, and a brutal heatwave threatens to make everything worse. More than 250,000 people have already fled. And for many, this is not a natural calamity, it is a war. Along France's southwest coast, ash has been falling from the sky, and for holidaymakers caught in its path, the ordinary rhythms of a beach holiday gave way to evacuation orders and darkened skies. Wildfires have forced roughly 260,000 people to flee their homes across France, with the crisis centred on a huge blaze near Bordeaux that authorities are still struggling to bring under control. A heatwave forecast to push temperatures toward 40 degrees Celsius from July 28th threatens to undo what ground firefighters have managed to hold.
France is at war with an enemy. We are one of the hardest hit towns, closest to the fire front. The blaze is a raging fire that we are learning to understand.
For those on holiday nearby, the shift from normal to emergency happened within hours. One visitor at a beach in Arcachon watched the sky darken as a thick pall of black smoke rolled in.
It was the beginning of a slightly otherworldly experience. I noticed the sky getting darker and a great billowing pall of black smoke developing. We realized that the two people who had given us lifts lived in areas where houses were burned and tens of thousands of people were being evacuated.
With trains cancelled, he and his wife hitchhiked more than 60 kilometres back to Bordeaux, flagging down strangers along the way, only grasping the scale of the disaster once they reached safety and saw the news. Further along the coast in Lacanau Ocean, one holidaymaker described the moment the horizon itself seemed to change.
The sky just changed colour, and the smoke was really intense. There was ash falling from the clouds, and the beach was littered with black soot, where the waves normally leave seaweed.
Alexandra and her partner spent the rest of the night at Bordeaux's exhibition centre alongside hundreds of other evacuees before finally reaching their flight. Nearby, a family from Cardiff camping at the same resort watched the smoke thicken over several hours until it blotted out the sun entirely. By the time they packed up and left, he said most of the campsite had already emptied out, leaving restaurants and pitches deserted in what should have been peak season. The scale of the response on the ground has matched the scale of the fear. Nearly 4,000 more residents were ordered out of campsites in the Lacanau Ocean area on July 28th alone. And France's Interior Minister has confirmed the fires have now consumed more than 42,000 hectares nationwide, an area 4 times the size of Paris. French President Emmanuel Macron has called it the country's most difficult moment since the Second World War, urging exhausted fire crews to hold their ground as another heatwave bears down.
The fire did not spread today, so over the last 24 hours, we can clearly see that all the work carried out by our aerial resources and by the men and women on the ground, our firefighting units that have truly held it back, has been effective. So congratulations to them. I also believe we have improved the situation through the fire breaks that have now been completed, so we are in a much better position than we were 24 hours ago.
For families like Jason's, who have holidayed in the region for 2 decades, the fires have changed something more lasting than a single trip.
descend pour pouvoir faire tomber les pins et avancer au plus près.
Finalement, j'ai considéré qu'il fallait intervenir alors.
Ouais, visiblement, ouais. Les tourelles, puisque nous avons un dispositif qui est essentiellement dynamique. Alors, nous avons au-dessus de nos têtes, ici, nous avons la manifestation de ce que l'on redoute depuis le début de la journée, des reprises accentuées et favorisées par l'émergence du vent que nous percevons actuellement, dans des parties non brûlées de la superficie qui a été parcourue par l'incendie ces derniers jours. Et ces nouvelles données météorologiques vont forcément rendre beaucoup plus complexes les conditions de travail de nos collègues. Alors pour l'avenir, ça signifie que le dispositif en l'état va perdurer, puisqu'il s'agira pour nous de traiter ces reprises dans l'intégralité du périmètre des 42 000 hectares détruits, afin d'éviter que ce périmètre évolue et que ce feu grossisse là aussi en dimension. Là,